Hey guys, welcome back to the second video of the reactive forms in Angular. As if you didn't guys see my first video, then I recommend to look my first video because in the first video I explain about the form group and also the nested form group. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we can create a form array. Form array also called a dynamic form, so we can add a dynamic field when we are submitting, when we before we submitting a form. So we're gonna build on this video. So as you can see in the first video, I created as the name, cell phone number, and home phone, and also the cell phone and home number are a nested array, right? Is it no, sorry, not nested array, but a nested form group. Okay, so this is what we built in the first video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a form array and we're gonna create a cell phone number dynamically because let's assume that the user can have a multiple phone number and he want to submit a multiple phone number on a form. So when he want to submit a multiple phone number, then he wants to add a multiple phone number here, right? So to do that, we need to create another button called add. When we click the add button, then it's going to create a multiple form for a cell phone. The field are going to be area, prefix, and the line. Basically, it's an object, right? So it's going to be an array, and inside the array is an object. So there could be a multiple object inside the array. That's what we're going to create on form array. So let's begin. So we already have the cell phone number here and the home phone number. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna comment this out for now, and I'm gonna copy the cell phone number because we're gonna use the exact cell phone number. Hold on, here it is a cell phone number, and I comment that out. I'll put that at the bottom, so I'll paste it here, and instead of cell phone, I'll write here as cell phone. I'll write cell phones. Okay, so I'll uncomment this and write as a cell phone. So now let's see what how it looks. So it looks like cell phones and it gave me only one cell phone. And of course this cell phone and home is not going to be here, so it's hidden on template, but this is still showing here because we have this one here as well. That's why it's showing it. So I'm gonna comment this on as well just to show we have only the names here and we have a cell phones but we don't have anything here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another field called cell phones, right? So in a cell phones, instead of getting this phone, and this is a nested one, instead of getting the nested form group, we're gonna create a form array using the also the helper class, which is a form builder. We can create a form array here, right? And inside this array, this will check the array. So now inside here, we need to create the field here, right? The field of the form array. And the field is going to be area, prefix, and the line. So this all three is a part of the cell phone. So we could return this directly here, get phone group. So again, get phone group, we just get the instance of the form group here. So the form array is going to be collection of the form group. And the form group have an object of area, prefix, and the line. And when I save it, as you can see now, my cell phone is going to be a null because it's not binding with the template yet. So now we need to bind with the template with this form array. So let's do that. We already create this, and the form array is a collections of the form group. So now let's go to the template here. And in the template, it doesn't know anything about what's really going on our with the form array. So we need to specify that we are using the form array. Okay. So to do that, the first thing is uh, I'm gonna remove this form group, right? And I need another one more div here. I'll just save it. So I have one more div on the top of this form. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell that instead of the form group, we are using the form group before. If it's a form group, this is not even form group, this is form control, but in the bottom here, we are using the form group as cell phone number. In a cell phone number, it has this as a form control. That's why we're using area. But instead of form group, we need to use a form array, and we need to tell what is the form array is. And our form array is a cell phones. So I'll write a cell phones with S. So once I bind with this, now I need to loop each of these form array. So form array is going to be a collection. It's array collection of the form group, which is area, prefix, and align, right? Collection of this. So we need to loop it. To loop it, we need to use ng for. Okay, we need to use ng for, and we need to tell let phone of what? All right, phone of this cell phones, and we need to get the array. So we need to get the instance of the cell phone. So get cell phone. To get a cell phone, we need to use our same customer form. We can use a get, and in the get, we need to tell, okay, I'm sending the cell phone as a form array. So this is a form array. So once I get this cell phones, then I can use this function here, cell phones. And there's a function called controls where we can loop in phones. So here I could also I need to get also the index here, because the reason why is uh, we need to remove also, if the user wants to remove, we need to create a delete button as well to remove this. So that's why we need to create a I here. Okay. The another important thing is we need to add, now it's time to add a form group. Okay, and form group is going to be the the index. Okay, so once we have looped this all the controls here, so now this all control is going to be loop, and this is going to be exact like form control with the area, prefix, and the line. Okay, so once I have this one here, and once I have this one here as well, I'll save this both. And now if I reload, now still I am seeing the null. So the reason behind it to see a null is we also get a form control, and this is going to be form array, and it's a cell phones. And if I come here and add the form array name as a cell phones, and I got a cell phones here, and this is my form. And once I added this, and once I added this here, oh, the reason behind is because the get cell phone group is going to be a function, and this function is returning the form group, is not that one. So I can see the area, prefix, and line. Now I was like, why I didn't see it. Now if I change it, then as you can see, the cell phone is inside the array, and inside array has object. So now I will create another button here on the bottom here, call add phone, right? Cell phone. Or if the user has a multiple cell phone, then he need to create, then he can add it here. So I'll create a button. I will click the but event, and whenever a user click this button, then he will add a new phone here. So I added new phone, add phone. So I will add phone here, and now I will get the instance uh, of the I will use the instance of the cell phones, and in an instance now I can add sorry, not add, push the my new object, and new object is going to be get phones from group. So basically this function will give me the array, and inside this array I'm just pushing this one, which is going to be a new object, right? The form group. So that's going to be my add button here. So whenever I click the add, it's going to add a new one here, add, it's going to add new one. So as you can see, it will also add new one here. If I add it here, it will change it to here. If I add it here or here, it will change it to here. Okay. So now if I know that there is a little bit of CSS with the margin issue here. So I'll just keep this right margin right 0.2 for now. Okay, so that's how we can add the our form here. So now let's work on the delete part. So now let's go to create a delete button. So delete button should inside this loop because it's specify each of these loop has index, right? So this is loop as form control 444. So I will change to instead of 444, let's change to 3339. And 9 is fine. 9 plus 3 going to 12. So I will just add here. So instead of add, remove, just remove, and this is going to be remove. Okay, remove cell phone. Let's add the cell phone, and I'm passing the index, so I will get the I from here on top. I haven't created this function, that's why it's complaining here. So I will get this function, I get the I, which I get as a number. So once I get this, I can use this get cell phones, and there's a function called remove add where I can remove this. So now okay, now there's a CSS issue with stuff, but it's fine. So when I add it, it's gonna be added a new one. And if I add it here, it's going to add, but if I remove, it's going to remove that one, which one I just recently added. It's going to remove this one too. You can add, or remove, right? Remove, or remove. Now, of course, you can, when you form this everything, you can submit, right? Whenever you do everything, you can submit, and in submit, as you can see, the cell phone has a two of this array. The first one has the data here, what I added. If I submit this, now I have an empty one, and it's going to be 3. This is how we can create our form array in a reactive forms in Angular. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys learned something new. For the next video, I'm going to use a validator on the reactive forms. So if you like my videos, and please do subscribe, and I'm going to add more full stack videos on these channels. And thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye for now.